Someone is losing their minds over you in a way that it's consuming them. Their desire for you is overwhelming. Okay, I'm just gonna put it like this. Oh my God. The energy I'm picking up here is I am feeling it in my body. It's going all through my body. It's kind of like, when you have goosebumps, but it's also like a surge of energy where it's like, oh my God, like you want it kind of, but it's also so much, that you almost can't take it. This is what they're sensing. Oh my Lord. The energy here is really, really juicy, guys. Okay, but I'm gonna try to keep it as, as harmless as possible, but that person is definitely someone who has a very, very wild side. And I'm picking up on that you as well, you have a very, primal or raw side that you haven't really been able to express with anybody else. And so let's talk about your person, your crush, whoever you're thinking about, whoever this is, they are so turned on by you that they are literally losing control. Okay, I'm not exaggerating here. They might not let it show that much. Like you might have like this, when you have this intuition, this feeling, you kind of have a knowing that someone's thinking about you, but you don't have the evidence yet, okay? They are in bed at night fantasizing about steamy scenarios, okay? And they really have some wild fantasies when it comes to you. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but when it comes to you, almost every night, they are picturing, sorry, my throat chakra. It's also hard to speak. Okay, something tells me, I had to clear my throat, that they have a very hard time voicing their needs, especially when it comes to this, because this is a spicy reading. They might not have ever had the opportunity to really be honest about what they want, in that regard. And it's like, I feel with their past relationships, their desire was not really fulfilled. And something about you, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like you have an effect on them. There's like a gravitational pull. There's a pull towards you, like the force that whatever you're doing, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything to seduce them necessarily. Let's be clear here. Just by you existing, they look at you, they get like a visceral reaction to who you are. And then they have these fantasies and they don't stop. If anything, this person has to stop themselves from constantly fantasizing about you, where it's like almost every night, or throughout the day, which the thing is they have they have reactions to fantasizing about you. It's so intense that they couldn't just do it wherever, they're really immersing themselves in steamy scenarios with you. It's like they have to really stop themselves, or it's like, oh my God, again, like they can't help it. This is the energy. But there is a deeper layer to this. So not only do you have extreme magnetism between you, so there's something like when your energies are colliding, when you're coming together, there's just an electric feeling, when there's like a tension. This, you can't have it with everyone. You can't have this spark with everyone. But even though they've been attracted to other people before, like they've been in relationships with other people, they have, had romance with other people before, it was never to the degree, to the intensity that it was when they were thinking about you. I do feel that you haven't yet experienced it, but I want to give you like a little glimpse of what I was sensing, okay? So first of all, the effect that you have on them, as I said, this person, their body responds to you, responds to your energy. Even if they just look at you, even if they just picture you, they already get a visceral, like a real tangible reaction. And they feel something extreme, like something strong, okay? You wake up this primal force. And it's not, not in a bad way, but they're like unrestrained, okay? What I was hearing was like unrestrained desire. I don't know where I wrote it down, but let's get to the messages. So first of all, your voice, okay? Something about your voice. Either they're into ASMR, which I also picked up on, but your voice turns this person on in such a way that, like, when they hear your voice, okay, I'm just gonna put it very, very soft here, they go crazy. Something happens, okay? Something happens to them when they hear you. They might also want you to whisper in their ear or talk to them in a spicy way. They might enjoy this. What you want to do, what you like, just hearing your voice already turns them on so bad. Like, they do have a preference for this. Let me just say like this. They also get into an instant rush when they're picturing you and them together. Like tuning, they're kind of like, in the 5D, we can kind of, with remote seduction, I'm talking about this all in my workbook on thought transmission, where I'm explaining how to really do this. If you want to connect to your crush on the level of telepathy, and you really want, in the energetic realm, have a sensual encounter and really strengthen your bond, you can check it down below. But basically, you can already connect to the energy of someone, even if, let's say, you've never really experienced spicy things with them. Nevertheless, our energies are always connected, and therefore they're already like, they're curious about you. There's something about them that just, they are always being drawn back to you, like no matter what they're doing, and they're tuning into your energy. And it is different. It is different from anything they've ever experienced before. They have never felt this way. Even if they're just picturing being intimate with you, they have never felt that with anyone else. They are feeling stronger things when they're picturing you than they're feeling that, as opposed to, let's say, they're in the physical, they would be doing this with someone else. They would never feel what they're feeling, okay? Like, the effect you have is electric, is magnetic, and I was picking up almost sacred, almost like a sacred energy. Like, there is a spiritual aspect, but a part of them in the beginning, like, ask yourself, like, maybe you felt it in the beginning, felt them pulling away. This is because they were so overwhelmed, like literally they were overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of this connection, the gravity, the force. I was seeing like a tornado of energy, where it's like there's like a force surrounding you, like a force field, like an energetic field. And whenever they're energetically in your field, they get like pulled into this field and swallowed, and they can't escape, like they cannot escape you. And for this, they need to let their guard down completely, because you can only you can't withstand that energy, and you have to surrender, you have to give into this. Like, they have to be completely like open to whatever happens between you, because I was like kind of getting an insight of what's happening when you're physically uniting, and it was like intense, okay? I was hearing making love like a spiritual awakening, like never before. This is unlike anything you've ever experienced in your entire life, and I'm not exaggerating, okay? Another thing that I was hearing, like, you're gonna create a whole other level of intimacy that's never been there before. No one's ever gonna touch them like you do, like physically, but also emotionally. And they already feel you. They feel you like whenever they're picturing those scenarios, they can literally feel your body. It's almost like sometimes they're doing this and they're like, oh my God, like I can't, am I going insane? Am I going crazy? Am I making it up? But they can almost like feel the warmth of your body, feel like the texture of your hair, and like, you know, something about you is addictive to them, but not in a negative way. It's not coming through as like toxic, but very, very mature. And something that turns them on really bad is you have a very, very strong, independent energy. And that makes them feel drawn to you even more. And it's kind of like the roles are reversed here, as to people are usually intimidated by them. Like usually in this person's life, they could be someone who has a lot of power or comes across as very confident, but they lose everything. They're lost. They're on the floor. They're literally falling to the floor because your energy is so strong, and they love it. You know, it gives a sense of danger that you're so, like, you're intimidating, and they love it, okay? So another thing is like, I want to seduce you. I want to work for it. And Wild Thing, You Make My Heart Sing, you know that song, Wild Thing? I'm going to get to the songs in a second, but they want to seduce you. They want to work for it. I was also hearing I can go on and on all night, take how it resonates. You know, they're definitely not someone who's just going to, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be like a 10-minute thing with that person. They are a very experienced lover, and they are kind of glad, they would be glad to bring all their things that they've learned so far and, you know, impress you with it, okay? There was a song that I was picking up on. It's Kiss You All Over by Exile. I'm going to read you a little bit because that kind of brings together the energy. It's not just sensual, okay? We're not just talking about physical intimacy here. We're really talking about a very also spiritual connection. Oh, babe, I want to taste your lips. I want to be your fantasy. I don't know what I'd do without you, babe. I don't know where I'd be. You're not just another lover. No, you're everything to me. So don't be fooled, okay? Just because this energy is very, very sensual, and yes, they are very much consumed by their fantasies. They are picturing this sensuality, but they're also picturing romance, okay? And when they think about you, they're not only picturing you, you know, in those moments together with them, they're picturing something sacred. A lifetime with you is really the deeper layer, okay? So there are layers to this. There also are a couple of things that I channeled, like just random things that I channeled. What might be their preference is physical touch, so being touched and also touching you and taking their time on you. I also heard spiritual, you know, sensuality, or maybe tantric sensuality. Eye contact is very, very important in this connection, okay? So when, like, I feel this person would like to look into your eyes and, you know, make love to you, kind of that energy. And there is a wild side. So without losing control, I feel like a part of them is kind of scared when sometimes they're picturing like wild things with you, okay? And they're kind of like, oh my God, I wonder what happens if I let that side out. You know, what you're gonna think about this when they're letting it all out. But they can't help it, okay? There's no way. It's kind of funny, but don't be confused if it takes this person a little bit of time to fully give into it, because there is so much energy that it's like more than they've ever felt for anyone before, okay? Let me give you the songs and then draw a couple of oracle cards for this spicy reading. So the songs are Abel Heart, Whisper, Natalia Kills Mirrors. Then we have Silk, Deeper. listen to it, okay? The vibe, I'm like, I love these songs, okay? We have Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye, classical song, like, I think I don't have to comment on it. And Kiss You All Over by Exile. Check the songs out. I'm gonna drop them down below as well. And please feel free to also share your favorite spicy songs. And maybe you have a spicy song that came through for you that you were kind of channeling from your person. Okay, let's draw a couple of oracle cards to see what is going on. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm really curious to see what's going on in their mind, as I feel there's a lot of energy here. Okay. Wow. It's interesting. So I'm gonna see if I'm picking up on more, but we have departure here. I'm really feeling that they want to come towards you with a love offer. And I'm also seeing the card of birth, which indicates them being serious. So I have like two things that I'm picking up on here. It's the first thing that I'm seeing is them potentially picturing a family life with you. So the spiciness might also lead to children. It can also happen that it's just gonna happen, you know, that they're not even intending it, but that card definitely indicates it. But there is another spiritual aspect of it with that Scorpio energy. I mean, Scorpio is one of the most sensual, or, you know, like one of the signs that is definitely the most tied to this sensual energy. And there's also a rebirth happening. Okay, so it's almost when you, because that was what I was channeling earlier, when you're uniting, it's really like this, I don't know where I'd been drawing it, but this energetic vortex, like this is not just a normal connection. This is a connection that definitely transcends the limitations of time and space, is what I'm hearing. Departure. Let's clarify this. Yeah, okay. They feel like after a long journey, it's like they're coming home to you. They're coming home to the person, like you understand them on a level that no one has understood them before. I do feel like you can share anything with that person. Like you're able to talk about all the things you weren't able to talk about before. And even if, like, as of right now, it's not fully unfolded, this whole connection, I'm hearing this is the last love, okay? I'm hearing arriving. Like departure is when they, you know, when you depart to find love in your life when you're a teenager or whatever, and you're going out and you're like, oh, maybe I want to find the love of my life, you know what I'm saying? Like we're all kind of thinking about it, dreaming about it, wanting this, you know, like many of us at least. But they have never felt a peace or this feeling of being at home. Never before, not with anyone else in that way. Let's see, is there anything regarding the sensual side of them that wants to come through? Yeah. This card just flipped around as I was shuffling union. It could be a twin flame soulmate connection, but that also is just the card of, you know, experiencing physical union with you. Something about you being sensual with each other is going to change you forever. I am feeling that you are going to heal each other through your sensuality. This is not just random being intimate with a person. This is way more. And this is why, I mean, it might feel like a slow burn, this connection with but I can only tell you that once it like fully unfolds, it is like insane. It's literally going to be earth-shattering. Like earth-shattering. I'm really seeing like an energetic vortex. I'm seeing you both being overwhelmed by what you just like literally unlocked Pandora's box of intimacy, of everything you've ever wanted, which is so intense that you almost can't take it, but at the same time it's everything you ever wanted. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is literally, I just love it. The energy is so amazing. I am so happy. This is just a beautiful, beautiful message. Take it how it resonates. By the way, drop your favorite songs down below that you personally enjoy when you're thinking about them. I love to read it. If it resonated, leave your comment below. Tell me what you're thinking. And of course, subscribe to not miss out on more. And I'll see you around in the next one.